Hey everyone! If you've been anxiously checking your bank account for your Social Security or SSDI payment, you're going to want to watch this entire video. I'm about to share game-changing information about the new payment schedule that could mean deposits of $2,600 to $4,150 hitting your account. And trust me, this isn't just another update, this is information that could directly impact your financial planning for the coming months. Before we dive deep into these critical dates and amounts, take a second to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. With benefit schedules constantly changing, you'll want to stay informed. Also, smash that like button if you're ready to learn about these important updates. Let's face it, managing Social Security and SSDI benefits can feel like navigating through a maze, especially when payment schedules change. I've been receiving countless messages from viewers, just like you, asking questions about these new payment dates and amounts. Today, I'm going to break everything down in detail, leaving no stone unturned. You might be wondering why I'm making such a big deal about this new schedule. Well, here's the thing: the Social Security Administration has completely revamped their payment system to make it more efficient and reliable. This isn't just a minor adjustment, it's a significant change that affects millions of beneficiaries across the country. Many of you have been asking about the increased payment amounts ranging from $2,000 to $4,150. This range represents various benefit categories and takes into account recent cost of living adjustments. But don't worry, I'll explain exactly how these amounts are calculated and who qualifies for different payment levels. Let's start with the first crucial date in this new schedule. If you were born between the 1st and 10th of any month, your payment will arrive on the 3rd of each month. Now, this might seem simple enough, but there's more to it than meets the eye. What happens if the 3rd falls on a weekend or federal holiday? Great question. In these cases, you'll receive your payment on the previous business day. For example, if the 3rd falls on a Sunday, you'll get your deposit on the Friday before. This is something many people overlook, but it's crucial for planning your monthly budget. Here's something interesting that many don't realize: this schedule was specifically designed to reduce the strain on banking systems and ensure smoother processing of payments. Remember those days when everyone got paid on the same day and some banks would struggle with the volume? That's exactly what this staggered schedule aims to prevent. For those in this first group, I recommend setting up automatic bill payments for the 5th or 6th of each month. This gives your deposit time to clear and ensures you won't face any issues with your automatic payments. Have you noticed how much smoother your banking experience has been with this system? Moving on to our second key date, the second Wednesday of each month. This date is reserved for beneficiaries born between the 11th and 20th. But here's where things get interesting, and I'll tell you why this particular date was chosen. The Wednesday schedule was implemented because it's typically one of the most stable banking days. Think about it: Monday is often busy with weekend transactions. Tuesday handles the overflow, but by Wednesday, things have usually settled down. This means faster processing times and fewer potential issues with your deposit. Let's talk about some practical aspects of this payment date. Since it's always a Wednesday, you never have to worry about weekend adjustments. However, federal holidays can still impact the schedule. I'll let you in on a little secret: I've created a special calendar feature on my website, link in the description, that automatically adjusts for holidays throughout the year. Something many people don't realize is that this Wednesday schedule also helps reduce fraud. How? Because it creates a more predictable pattern that makes it easier for banks to spot unusual activity. Have you ever wondered why bank fraud seems to spike around benefit payment dates? This schedule helps combat that issue. Now, for our third and final key date, the 3rd Wednesday of the month, designated for those born between the 21st and 31st. This group actually represents the largest number of beneficiaries, which is why it was strategically placed later in the month. Here's a fascinating detail. Many don't know this particular date was chosen after extensive research showed that spreading out large payment groups helps local economies function more smoothly. Think about it, when everyone gets paid on the same day, local stores get overwhelmed and some items might even sell out. But there's more to consider with this third payment date. Since it falls later in the month, it's crucial to plan your budget accordingly. I recommend creating a monthly budget that starts from your payment date rather than the first of the month. This small adjustment can make a huge difference in managing your finances effectively. Now, let's talk about these payment amounts: $2,600 to $4,150. These figures have generated a lot of questions, and rightfully so. The range exists because benefits are calculated based on several factors, including your work history, lifetime earnings, and when you started claiming benefits. Here's something crucial that many people miss: these amounts reflect recent cost of living adjustments, COLA. The Social Security Administration analyzes inflation rates and adjusts payments accordingly. But did you know that these adjustments aren't just random? They're based on specific economic indicators, particularly the Consumer Price Index for urban wage earners and clerical workers, CPIW. Let me break down how these amounts typically distribute. The lower range, $2,600, usually applies to individuals who claimed benefits early or had lower lifetime earnings. Mid-range payments often go to those who waited until full retirement age. The higher end, $4,150, typically applies to those who delayed benefits until age 70 or had higher lifetime earnings. But here's something interesting: these amounts can be affected by other factors too. For instance, did you know that your Medicare premiums are usually deducted directly from your Social Security payment? This is why some people might see slightly different amounts in their actual deposits. Now, let's address some special circumstances that might affect your payments. What happens if you receive both Social Security and SSDI? Or what if you're a dependent or survivor benefit recipient? These situations can make things a bit more complex. But don't worry, I've got you covered. For dual beneficiaries, payments are usually consolidated into a single deposit. This is actually more efficient and helps prevent any confusion with banking transactions. However, the payment date will typically follow the Social Security schedule rather than the SSDI schedule. Here's something critical that not many people talk about: representative payees. If someone manages benefits on your behalf, they need to be especially aware of these payment dates for proper financial planning. The same schedule applies, but there might be additional responsibilities in terms of reporting and documentation. Let's talk about maximizing the efficiency of your direct deposits. First and foremost, if you haven't switched to direct deposit yet, I strongly recommend doing so. It's not just more convenient, it's also more secure and reliable than paper checks. Here's a pro tip many don't know about: most banks allow you to set up account alerts for when deposits of certain amounts are received. This can be incredibly helpful for tracking your benefits and ensuring everything is running smoothly. Have you set up these alerts with your bank yet? Another important aspect is keeping your banking information up to date with the Social Security Administration. Any changes to your bank account should be reported immediately to avoid any payment delays. The good news is that you can now update this information online through your My Social Security account. Looking ahead, it's important to stay informed about potential changes to the payment system. The Social Security Administration is constantly working on improvements, and I'll be here to keep you updated on any modifications to the schedule or payment amounts. One exciting development on the horizon is the enhanced digital payment system that's currently in development. This could make payments even more efficient and provide better tracking capabilities for beneficiaries. Stay tuned to this channel for more information as these changes roll out. Remember, understanding your payment schedule is just one part of managing your benefits effectively. It's equally important to keep track of any changes in your situation that might affect your benefits and to stay informed about program updates and modifications. If you found this information helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and share it with anyone who might benefit from this knowledge. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell to stay updated on all things Social Security and SSDI. Drop your questions in the comments below. I read every single one and try to address them in future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where we'll dive into more crucial information about your benefits.